gentlemen. Welcome to another game here of the OPT. I will be your commentator here at Chubby5544. Today's matchup is going to be Arctic Melons. Oops, I put Knights. You know what? We'll fix that real quick. So used Melons. There we go. I can spell that. Taking on the Metal Maniacs. Should be an interesting contest here as let me see. Just getting everything set up. And then we should be good to go. We're just waiting on both teams. Alright, yeah, we're just waiting on Arctic now to get their last one. But while we do that, both teams coming in pretty good in the standings at this point. There we go, send that out. There we go, self-promotion. Standings wise at the moment, Arctic is fifth, my bad, and Metal Maniacs are still on top of the pack here, still undefeated entering this week. A lot can change in a matter of weeks. This could give some kind of nice shift. Let's see what's gonna happen here. We're just waiting for the teams to finish up. Probably should pull up Discord on my phone. There we go, and I do have the comments up and ready to go if anybody just wants to drop a line. So, if you're watching the broadcast, just drop a line on the YouTube channel, and we'll kind of be reading those throughout the broadcast. Gives me something to do. So, we're just waiting on one of our ticks, and kind of looking at the lineups here. King Ocean, of course, known heavily for his Ana play. Of course, a support play, definitely at that. Genja known for his Brig. Really interesting support duo there. As alright, Metal's ready, Arctic's ready. Both teams are set and ready to go on to map 1, which will be Temple of Anubis 0-0. Let's see how this week 8 matchup goes. But kind of looking back at both teams, the tank cores of these teams are really good. I mean, we've got to see a lot of them recently. Zaz, of course, I'm almost going to guarantee will be the main tank here on the side of Metal. Very good at the Winston and the Rhine in recent weeks. Getting to see it pulled out. Boss Sense, I have not actually got to see them play, so I don't know what they do. So that's going to be interesting to see. And of course, we know Arctic, they like to run a good bit of dive. They've done it before, and they'll probably keep doing it. Or if it's not that, they'll usually go Ryan Czar. But it looks like they might be setting up for a Goats early. Brig, Moira, maybe put King on the Lucio, or you put him on the Ana. Yeah, it looks like he'll definitely be going... Oh, the Moira. Okay, so your generic GOAT comp right there from Arctic, which we have seen it work very well on this map. We saw it work last night. Fallout and Clear Sight's game, of course. We've seen it work a couple other times throughout the week, so we're going to see if it works here. On the side of Metal, we're going to have Crit on the Junkrat and Goku on the Soldier. Kind of an interesting pairing there, along with the Brig, Mercy, Orisa, Hamster, so... Kind of an interesting comp, lots of weird pieces. I mean, the Hamsters are meant to go get mobility and get out and get people. I mean, the Mercy can follow up on that, and so can the Junkrat. But at the same time, Junkrat's really supposed to be behind the shield and spamming away. Soldier doing the same, so the Orisa will stay there. And the Brig, at least where the Orisa is, isn't going to be able to do a lot with the shield. So I'm kind of interested to see what comes out of it here. But here we go. We're going to see Goats coming in on the side of Arctic. Oh yeah, there you go. Just kind of poke it a little bit. There you go. Push it straight through. Nice grab. They're getting all of them put together. Zaz now diving in on top of them. Going to get a nice bit of ult charge out of that. Charged by Dominator. Going to get none as he goes into a small health pack room. Fight moving to the point. As this is where the real fun will begin. 2 picks early by Arctic. Brig and Rhine respectively, taking out the opposing Brig. That opens up a lot of room here, especially in a brawl. Now you don't got to worry about that stun. Another one fights the dust as Ramen gonna get it. Already Mine's out. but they're all quickly destroyed. Ocean, nice pick with Coalescence, and Ramen and Danny finishing it off real quickly. Sub 1 minute take here, a .1 on the side of Arctic. They'll have 7:03 entering into the next point. Goats is strong on this first point. Second point though, always been more known as a defensive stronghold. As already Tire coming out on the side of Metal, gonna kind of just derp around in the back. There goes Danny, Zaz, and Strut combining to take out Ramen. That's 2 early picks. Make it 3 as Dominator's gone. So I believe that's the whole tank core removed there, and Genja going down as well. Beautiful wall. Yes, that was a beautiful wall just to protect the team for that little bit of time to get the Tire out and around. Beautiful play by them, but we will see the Goats continue here as let's kind of get a look at what Metal's coming in with, or not Metal, Arctic coming in here with. They have the Shatter. They almost got Diva Bomb, which could be a nice combination. Grab's not too far behind. It's at 66. Can be grabbed quick as the Ice Wall gonna separate Dominator from his team and gonna get immediately dived on there by the opposition. Another Tire out already by Crit. It's just kind of going around in the back there. Oh, going straight for Danny. That's gonna get the Zarya. Diva Bomb coming in as well though. Oh, Crit just not in the right spot. They're gonna get hit. But the Bongo is out on the side of Metal. Not look like it's gonna do much as Boss just trying to survive here. May putting up the wall. Rally as well by Strut. Barrier is out. Another Diva Bomb out on the side of Metal. Ooh, we'll knock out the opposing Diva at least. Coalescence by Ocean. This brawl is just becoming an ult fest, and we'll kind of have to see which team can win the overall battle. It does look like we're seeing Arctic back out here. Strut following up on King Ocean. Looked like he was trying to take him out before he could get back to his team. Not gonna happen though. A nice bit of ult charge though on their part. I think at this point, this is when you swap off the Goats and you go back to your normal 2-2-2. You just don't got enough damage to deal with the spam that's coming in. And of course, there's Rally. Gonna pop that real quick as we are seeing Metal come in, or Arctic come in, my bad. Ramen getting bullied over in the corner on the Diva. Grab is out. Gonna get the Junkrat. Shatter stopped on the side of Arctic. Blizzard out as well. Gonna close off most of the point as Dominator getting frozen. Rally out by Metal. Just to kind of try to stall. Tire coming from spawn by Crit. Let's see if that can get something big. We've seen it in recent weeks. Looked like it went specifically to Ramen and did a decent bit. Not enough to take him out of mech. As Coalescence will come out on the side of Arctic. There's Ramen coming out of mech though with the ult. Blocked by the wall. Won't get anybody. 2 picks for Metal in that exchange. And looks like we will see at least one coming out on the side of Arctic as they are staggering a bit back in here. Just trying to get back to point. Barrier coming out to keep the fight alive on their part. Ooh, nice charge by Dominator getting exhausted off the point there on the Diva. Getting booped away though as Arctic is coming back. We're also seeing Metal come back. Diva Bomb by Zaw is clearing the point at least as Danny and Dominator going for this little flank over on the side. Shatter by Dominator, so we're gonna just kind of keep an eye on that. And the grab as well, they're both close. Dominator getting bullied over in the corner, taken out. Nice grab, getting 3. However, not gonna get any picks as the Tire is coming back. Nice double, making a triple overall there from Crit. And that will cut off this fight at the source. No, Metal will survive another day on the defense as we now are seeing some swaps finally coming out here on the side of Arctic. Swapping to the Tracer Pharah, which will be Ramen and Danny respectively. And Ocean going to that Ana he's really known for at this point. So Ana Brig, really good combo. You have of course, the grenade you can chunk out as the Ana to get a nice bit of healing. And of course the anti-nade that comes with it as well. And Rally is a very big tool, gives a lot of armor along with that boost. Can be a really big game changer, so we'll have to wait and see how that works. Crit going to the Sombra, probably, no, never mind, the Soldier to counter the Pharah. Nice pick. Rally out defensively on the Metal side. Diva Bomb out by Zaz. Thinking just to get back into mech there. Not a bad strat. And of course they do have the Blizzard as well with no Diva to eat the ult, so you could pop it already. Just pop it as they're coming in and stop them before they can get anything going, but we won't see it. Strut instead getting a pick on Ramen, gonna take out the Tracer early. Very quickly a 5v6, but quickly tied back up at 5-5. Oh, and the perfect sleep there by King Ocean to get the res off for his team, but that's not gonna save Ramen. Gonna get him low. Oh, he barely slipped out, even through the Brig combo. As it now does look like we are seeing Arctic start to take an edge here. Boston Zaz are the only two left. Bongo coming out on the side of Metal. Zaz getting a pair with it. Boss is down though. That's a rip. But we are seeing all the reinforcements for Metal start to come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 coming out here on the point. And Strut's going to make 6. Arctic. That will be backed up again. I mean, they're not finding much luck here. They are close to Barrage, however, and the Shatter. Could be a really nice combo to get together. And Ginja actually jumping on the Diva in this one. Kind of an interesting pick there for him. So here we go. We're going to see Arctic coming in from the right side. We're kind of get a view here of their tank. Ooh, getting beat up a little bit with the Shatter, though. Diva Bomb flying into the back there. Going to leave Dominator open a little bit. Barrage, gonna get one crit, gonna get the other. The res, though, gonna get right up on that one. Gonna get res of Danny. And the Valking Mercy gonna get behind him. But Tag Visor, gonna take Danny out immediately. Ramen getting Strut, though. So the Brig's out of the fight on the side of Metal. So that might give Arctic a slight edge here, especially with the anti that came out. The Valking Mercy just trying to stay alive on the point to contest. As reinforcements will start to come out here on the side of Metal. Crit will get one, but taken out immediately by Ocean. Strut just brawling it out here on the Brig, getting pocketed by the Mercy. Not a bad strategy. Just keep the Brig alive. They are a powerhouse. The Winston now coming out by Boss. Oh, Diva ult gonna get Boss though. He tried to jump away, didn't work. Goku gonna get a pick. Res stopped by Tom's res is stopped. High Noon gonna get. Oh, will knock Genja out. As Metal. Looks like they will keep this defensive point. Gave up a tick and a little bit of change there, but this is Arctic's last push. They have no ults really to push in with this one. Maybe they can get the fist if they can get to point fast enough. I'll have to wait and see. As yes, someone did touch it, was Ramen. Meteor Strike coming in. The Giant Fist coming down right on the Strut. Gonna get them eliminated. Danny playing that very well. Pulse Bomb gonna get none. Danny just using the punch and just firing away here, but Crit will get a pick. Ramen will get one. Dominator gets one. So the fight is falling in Arctic's favor here. Almost got the charge, but no, deleted from existence with the mine. Tired by Crit coming out. Gonna get Ramen, so that'll leave just Dominator and Ginja with their Mercy there. We'll see what the Diva Bomb can do. We'll get none as Zaz will take out King, and the fight is heavily in the favor here of Metal. There you go, Genja out of the mech, knocked off point, and that will give round 1, well, its completion. Only a ticking, about a third there on the side of Arctic on second point, so we'll have to kind of wait and see what Metal can pull out here on offense. And, of course, we all know the meta, Goats' meta, is especially on points like this, and if we were playing it this week, even with this changes, Horizon's a really nice map for Goats. I mean, yeah, we got some comments coming in from our viewers here. First point, hold as possible, always is. I mean, we know the world of Overwatch. Snowballing is a big part of the game, and of course, if you can keep your ults very well used on the defensive, you can hold a team for however long you can imagine. But on the defense here for Arctic, we are seeing the Reaper come out of Ramen, man. Not something he pulls out very often. Danny going back to the Pharah. Moira, Brig, Zarya, and Rhine. So kind of your generic comp that we've been seeing since about Season 9 at this point, 9 or 10. Yeah, I will say it's a nice little prep for the Goats comp. You get a lot of burst damage in on the tanks. And of course, the Pharah can start picking off the supports in the back if needed. The Zarya and Rhine is just a good tank combo at the moment, especially with Grav. With how powerful it's always been. It's just, even with the nerf they did a while back, with the distance it sucks in, it didn't do much. So I'm kind of interested to see how the strategy works for Arctic. I mean, of course, Grav Barrage is a really nice combo, but we are seeing Goats on the side of Metal. Fight Goats with Goats is the best strategy. However, we have proven in the last couple days that's not always the way you want to go. you can stop goats early, that kind of sends the team backpedaling. So we'll have to wait and see. As they're going to just push straight on in. They're not even going to touch the point. There you go. Arctic going to back up early. Dominator, early pick on rolling. That'll take out one of the main healers for Metal, but that's not going to stop them. At least immediately. They will get the Reaper and the Reinhardt, but it looks like they are falling due to the lack of healing. All they have is a Lucio. That's not going to keep a Diva alive for long. As, well, there you go. Arctic will keep at least first point on the first push. So there you go. I like to see it. Not quite the strong start we would expect from Goats here, but they will continue to run it. They're going to push it back in again. Zaw's still on the back lines, getting beat up a little bit. And here we go. But will push it back in once again. Rolling taken out from the get-go. Your main healer's gone once again, and now it's just a battle of the fight here. As one pick will come out on the side of Metal, but that won't be enough. As Rally out on Arctic side, the charge and the laser beam of death. Oof, I don't think he even expected to get that one, but nice pin. And the nice little tactical crouch by Dominator. We caught that. Don't think we did, man, but do you. But Metal's still going to be pushing in here. They're keeping their mind set on this Goats. I kind of see why. They do have almost got Rally and Bomb. But I mean, at this point, I don't think what you're going to do is... Oh, nice charge. That's going to get boss. Danny getting a pair. And now it's just clean up from there. It wasn't even the main healer that had to go down this time. It just, from the get-go, that a massive amount of burst just destroyed this team. You got to get off of Goats here. You got to get some DPS in here to help take out that Pharah. If you're not going to do it, you're going to be in for a world of hurt. I mean, yeah, the Moira can do it, but they should be focusing on healing at this point in this Goats comp. That's their main priority. And with how early that Moira's been getting picked in these fights, you're just not getting as much healing. Rally getting pulled here at the choke. I kind of would have saved it, as it looks like Metal, a little bit of miscommunication. I couldn't tell what that is now. But they are going to go up top. And Arctic already falling back to the point. Very good strategy there. Diva Bomb coming out. Shatter going to just get eaten by the shield. Nothing from the Diva Bomb. Coalescence out. That's 2 picks on the side of Metal. But Danny going to get 1 on crit. So there goes the Lucio. Struck going to win the Brig battle. But Ramen going to get a triple in the back. That might be just enough to save this point. No. Instead, going to die from the impact of the grab. I think Metal may have just barely pulled this out with the Goats, but you got to swap off of it. It's not going to work. It worked because ults came into play, and yes, the ult advantage did work in your favor, but you nearly lost that fight. If it hadn't been for the fact of you quickly got 3 picks before and had that advantage of taking out more healers than your opponent there, you weren't going to get that push. So, I'm just going to get over here with Boss. We're going to see what Metal does here. Still running the Goats, just kind of shoving it down Arctic's throat, and they have been stopping it for the most part. But there has been some weaknesses, so maybe that's the reason they're still running it. I'm not sure, but I'm kind of confused. Usually, if a Ghost doesn't work the first time or two, you're getting off of it. But grab Shatter, gonna get 2, and they're gonna just go fighting in this little hallway over here. Boss will get at least 1. I think that's gonna be. Oh no, Boss gonna get 2. Gonna get Ramen as they're pushing this fight more towards point. You know, he's the last man standing, gonna just try to run lasered to death. Also, there's a lot of nice advice coming out there in the chat. Yeah, the Moira, I don't think this is quite working. I mean, we saw it on the first point. Your main heals are getting taken out quickly, and I don't care how good your off supports are. In a comp like this, most of the time you're not gonna have enough burst with those 2 to keep your healers up, especially with Brig. Brig's not a very high overall healing output. Of course, we know that just because she has to brawl a majority of the time. And even when constantly brawling, you don't get a lot of heals unless you have the armor pack. Oh, there you go, Barrage getting bubbled as well, and I believe the Nano, that's 2. Dominator getting a charge, which is 3. Gonna see Zaz running off here, trying to get something. Oof. Goku, though, gonna get 2 picks in the side room. That's gonna get the Pharah and the Reinhardt, but spawn advantage, of course, is in the favor of Arctic Melons here. I was about to say, we've been going over this the whole match so far. Goats, yeah, you keep shoving it down their throat, but they have that Pharah. And that Pharah's just getting nice picks in the back line. But there you go, Grab gonna get 3. Shatter out on Arctic, not gonna get any. That's 2 picks for Metal. Barrier coming out. Blossom coming out, getting booped away along with Dominator. Danny up above, just flying around. Try to do something, anything to get it. Roman was touching point, but no, it's gonna go to Metal. They somehow managed to make the goats work. They shoved it down Arctic's throat enough, and it will come out on top. They will come out on top there, but there was a lot of weaknesses that should have been exploited throughout that with that goats. And they were doing great on exploiting those weaknesses early on when they were playing on first point. Literally in 2 of the 3, I believe it was 3 pushes that Metal had on that first point. They took out the main healer, which was the Moira, from the get-go. Dominator got the charges and took her out immediately, leaving really lackluster on the heals, which is going to cost you big time there if you can't keep those tanks alive. I will say, though, Arctic did a really good job on their first push there, and they knew when to swap off, but I just don't think that's the way you're going to have to compete against this team. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of interesting plays coming out later on in this matchup, but we are going to see a couple swaps, at least on the side of Arctic and Melons. We are going to see King Ocean and Ramen Man both come out here for Minimac and Awesome Eliza. So I'm assuming Eliza will be on either the Trace or the Mercy, and Minimac going to be coming in on off tank. I'm not quite sure. Just with the swaps they made, I'm kind of confused. Maybe we'll see that Zarya come out from Minimac, or maybe his hamster. We'll have to wait and see. There is some interesting things you could do with that. Let's see, next map is Hollywood. The glimmering lights. Maybe it'll shine a light here on Arctic here, allowing them to get a 1-1 entering halftime. We'll have to wait and see. No subs coming in on the side of Metal. So we're just going to make sure both teams are set and ready to go. I could definitely see some good stuff coming out of this one. As we've seen before, Hollywood, the first choke is very important. If it's held by the main tank, most likely a team's not going to break through. And of course, we all know the dreaded side room there on Hollywood. You don't want to go in there, especially when you're playing a spam comp. That's what's going to kill you the most. Oh, there we go. Getting something out of my fridge. Oof. There we go. Alright, both teams are ready to go. Map number 2. Hollywood. Arctic Melons down by 1 here. Entering our second map. Let's see what these teams can do. Oh. Okay, there we go. A good drink is something you could always use in the middle of a stream. There's Hollywood. I will say this is more of a, at least in my opinion, this is kind of biased because I love to play aggressive. This is more of a brawl map. You brawl them at the point. You got to force them off the choke. Right over here where the car is. You got to force their main tank off this choke. And then you just kind of bully your way in. Because we know the spawn of the opposing team is right over here near the hotel. So it's a pretty good distance to cover. I do think if you can win the brawl and get it going early and often, depending on what characters are picked, could really shift the tide of a match, as it'll help you snowball. Because Hollywood can be a very snowbally map. However, second point has a lot of high ground for those snipers to find weird angles. So I'll have to wait and see what they can do. So Arctic here putting Minimac on the Hanzo. Interesting choice here. Tom and Dominator are going to be on the tanks. Danny once again going with the Pharah. And Eliza and Genja are going to be covering your supports for Arctic. Going to be Mercy and Brig respective. On the side of Metal, looks like they're going to be running kind of a mishmash of different styles here, as we're going to see the dive tanks coming out in Diva and Winston. Zaz being that Diva. We're going to see Goku and Crit on Junkrat and the Soldier. Really interesting. And Mercy Brig on their side as well. My question is, how do you get the Brig in there for the brawl aspect that you need to get her healing up? Or maybe is she just acting as a third DPS in this sense, just kind of a self-sustaining DPS. We'll have to wait and see. But Arctic pushing up the left side stairs, going to try to get to the high ground, knocking metal off of it to the point. That's kind of what you want to do. Then you can just brawl him out here, as we've seen. Ooh, nice pick by Tom early. Going to get Goku, going to force out the res. Tom's the only one to jump down. We are going to see Boss diving in the back lines. Going to get the Hanzo. That's a quick pick on the side of metal. Going to take out Mini, so they don't have that long range advantage. Eliza going for the res. We'll get bubbled, and we'll get Dominator back up. However, Zaz is going to take out the Brig. Going to make it the Winston as well. Metal just kind of falling apart at this point. It doesn't look like... I'll have to wait and see if they can survive long enough for the spawns to come in. There goes Crit, falling to Dominator. And now we're just seeing Arctic forcing Metal off the point. The tire coming out here by Metal. Oh, tire shot out of the air by Minimax. So that'll keep Arctic on the aggressive. They are getting their spawns back in. Dragon's coming out across the point. Going to cut off any reinforcements they had coming from Cafe. Zaz is sitting on top of the building to the left of point there. Just kind of chilling. Just chilling. Not going to jump down yet. Eliminated by Tom. And that will give Arctic the payload. They'll be moving through the old western part of the town. We'll have to wait and see what's going on there. So this next part of the map, we know it very well. It's the old western McCree style part of the map, I guess. I'm just going to call it McCree style. I don't know why. But lots of high ground. Lots of tight corridors. As the Diva Bomb, it's going to come up and over the general store. We'll get one. Tom is getting eliminated there. The res will come out. And instead of getting the Mercy, they did get Danny on that hit scan. Swapping off the Pharah. Now to play the opposing Pharah, which is Crit. Nice Shatter, going to get 3. No res, and that'll be 2 out of 3. Not bad. Not bad at all. Bad at holding things. As here we go, we will see Arctic moving with the payload. Yeah, Goku has swapped to the Genji to go with the Pharah. Kind of a interesting combo. I'm assuming they're going to be focusing those supports in the back lines with both rockets and the dashes. Oh, nice Shatter once again. Going to get 2 on the side of Arctic, but the grab will prevent any follow-up. Dominator getting a double. The barrage coming out by Crit will get 1 eliminated by Many. And the res on Dominator, which will keep the numbers in the favor of Arctic here. Rip rolling as she'll be eliminated on the point by Tom. As it looks like, oh, Dragon's going to push ahead of Arctic here. We'll get 1. There goes the main tank, and Mini going to make it 2, getting Crit on the Hanzo. We'll see the Hanzo 1v1 coming out here. Alright, interesting bit going on here. As we're going to have to kind of see if Arctic can keep this momentum going on as they push through this last portion of the map. Rally coming on the side of Metal. Looks like they're going to be trying to mount a defensive here. Oh, Denny. Oh, getting bullied a little bit in the back there by the Genji and Brig. Not a bad strategy. Oop, Eliza. Oh, barely making it out of there. Finding Genji to get out of there. And oh, poor Genji. I don't think you want to be back there with a Zarya and a Brig. So there we go. Pick by Crit on Many, but as 1 falls for Arctic, they'll take 2 of their own. Make it 3. Is Dominator getting another double? Nice Shatter. Oh, rip. There goes Crit. Rolling's going to get taken out very shortly after. And Eliza in the middle of all that. Along with the tactical crouch getting the res on Genja, giving Arctic their full numbers, pushing this final part of the map to the VIP spot. I'll have to see what they can do. They do have grab and rally. There goes rally. Dragons is not far behind. High Noon out by Danny. Dragons coming out towards left spawn and a whale grab. That'll be 3 picks on the side of Arctic. Make it 4, 5. That's Arctic going to be taking Hollywood. I believe that was... They had 2:30 left on the clock. I may have been a little off. We'll have to wait and see. No, they had 3 minutes. Oof, I kinda underestimated them there a bit. My bad. But now we'll get to see what Metal can do here on the attack. They were a little stubborn on that last map on Temple, just pushing in with goats consistently. It cost them a lot of time. Until they did get that right push with just the right ult usage, they did pull it out. So I'm kind of interested to see what they can do. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh yeah. We have seen it before. You can just kind of push through this point. You know, you can just run goats again. Of course, goats is meta for the most part. It can work very well here. Big tanky bodies pushing straight on through. We're gonna have to wait and see how that works. And you know, we're just gonna go boop boop. There we go. Just gonna type something in the chat. You know, we can type it there too. We're gonna see kind of a hybrid dive comp here on the side of, yeah, on Metal. We're gonna see crit on the Widow. He has been pointed out before, so I'm kind of interested to see where that goes with this dive comp. Kind of giving you some range aspect to it. Arctic gonna be running almost the exact same comp, just subbing in a May. Maybe it's to help give the other team the cold shoulder. We'll have to wait and see. Will Arctic be able to claim this map and make it a 1-1 overall in this match? We'll have to wait and see. Now to think about it, Metal has been undefeated the whole season up to this point. They've won every game. Last week was really close. I believe 3-2. Went to a 5th map against Twisted. I don't remember. Maybe it was 3-1. We'll have to wait and see if they can pull out another victory here this week and stay undefeated. We'll have to wait and see. There you go. Boston, Zaz both diving in there. Early picks by Minnie and Tom to turn this fight heavily in the favor of Arctic. There goes 3. Both tanks are down. Dominator with the charge just to make sure there was no escape. Early team wipe there by Arctic. Very nice. Very nice. So here we go. We're going to see Metal coming back through again. I'll have to wait and see what they can do. They have swapped it up now, going to the Ryan, Czar, Hanzo. Almost a complete, actually a complete platoon swap there. That does put them behind on ults, but I do believe this will work better for them in the long run, just because as soon as you get grab dragons. Oof, there you go, Mini firing off his dragons. Not going to get anybody with him, but we'll get a pick of his own. Crit taking out Danny. Dominator getting a pick on the opposing main tank. Rip rolling, getting stunned out of the res, but Strut will at least get one pick before falling as Metal on the back pedal once again. Gonna get eliminated there is Zaz. A bit of a stagger. And yeah, we are seeing Goku jump to a lot of different DPS in this game. I kind of like seeing it. We've seen him on the Genji, we've seen him on the McCree at some point. Pharah, of course. We're seeing him on a lot of different things. It's kind of interesting to see what he can pull out throughout this game. Here we go. We do got Metal a little bit separated. The Ice Wall going to push Crit towards the main pack. Shatter and grab ready on the side of Arctic along with their Falcon. There you go. There is the grab. Shatter coming out and getting the rest in the back. That'll get 3. Ooh, beautiful tank coordination. Nice team wipe. And the tactical crouching on Crit. Rip. Yeah, a little bit of history between those people on Arctic and Crit, so we'll have to see how that works out as the game progresses. But let's see here. We're gonna see goats. I believe we're gonna see goats. Maybe triple tank, double support, and the Hanzo. We'll have to wait and see as Boss charging in. Gonna get Tom. Not gonna get a kill. Blizzard and Dragons out on the side of Arctic. Not gonna claim anyone but Mini and Dominator getting the first 2 picks of the contest here. Make it 3 as Tom wants to join the fray. Rolling though will get at least 1 for her side, which Rip. Metal again. Almost a team wipe. Another teabag. Oh, more teabags on the Moira. Rip. And already getting comments. Really, M3, go for it. Try to tactical crouch me. I don't care. You act like I'm gonna care about you teabagging. Whatever. Rally on the side of Metal. Gonna try to push in with it, I think. They're kind of just dipping in and out of the point. There you go. The ice wall. Not gonna be enough to close everybody off as Metal coming in. Fat Shatter getting 3. Another Fat Shatter. Gonna get 3. Okay, both teams getting big shatters. Boss pushing Dominator all the way to the back of the point. Goku and Zaz getting a pair. Boss will be taking out Goku out of mech. Dragons on the side of Arctic by Mini-Mech. Gonna get none, but clear the point. This will be the last brawl on the point. Rolling just trying to survive as we're hearing the Valk come out on the side of Arctic. Goku and Crit, the last survivors on the side of Metal. Goku back in mech. There's Boss coming back in as, oh, getting quickly pinned and deleted by Arctic, and the nice tactical crouch as well by Dominator, as we will see Arctic. They will claim their first map of the series, making it 1-1 as we enter halftime. Whoo-wee. That's a lot of fast-paced action. But Dominator, nice to see the Rhine get the recognition they deserve. Nice play of the game. Grav, and the nice shatter to get the 3 behind it. Beautiful, and they eliminated every single one of them. Beautiful team wipe. I love it. It's nice to see the tank get some love on the play every once in a while. So we are entering half as we speak. 1-1 is the score. It's tied, entering our control point. No subs on the side of Arctic. And I will say, early contender for MVP going to Dominator, creating so much space and the beautiful timed picks, especially on Temple during those early GOATS rushes we saw from the side of Metal, getting the picks on the main support and then being able to get 1 or 2 additional picks, helping out the team. Really, really nice play by them. On the side of Metal, I'm kind of leaning towards Strut, and I'm thinking mostly Strut, just due to their support play throughout for the most part. Just kind of creating space when they can, and when Strut's winning those Brig 1v1s, they've had a lot of success. Almost forgot the map, don't worry. But Strut's an early contender for me on the side of Metal Maniacs to take MVP. I mean, that Brig play is on point. We're seeing it. We do have 1 sub between both teams. Firefox going to be jumping in for Boss. That'll either move Goku to tank or Firefox there. I don't know who's going to be on that. Some other notable people I've kind of seen. Of course, we're seeing Crit play the Hanzo, getting some nice picks in those Hanzo 1v1s throughout against many. Of course, we've seen Danny swapping around to all kinds of DPS. Most specifically that Pharah early on Temple just to dominate, which is good. We're seeing him on the McCree as well, doing some really good stuff. So, I mean, he could be a very good candidate for it as well. Oh, well, you know, I mistyped it in the chat, but that's fine. Goku actually doing a really nice job as well on the DPS, just kind of swapping around, playing all kinds of different DPS and getting some good picks in there. Could be definitely a good pick for MVP as well. Metal's ready. We're just waiting on confirmation from Arctic. Sorry, I had to take a drink. No, they're not ready yet. We'll have to wait. Just kind of giving a quick recap then, since we got some time. Last night's games, we had a lot of them going from about 7 to 2 in the morning. First one up on the block was a close one between Fallout and Clearsights. Clearsights taking it on map 5 in a 3-2 victory for them, keeping them very high in the playoff standings. Next game after that, I believe, was Sins and... yeah, it was Sins and Runaway, as we did have a forfeited match last night. Solstice getting the 4-0 on dabbing due to that. And then Seven Sins coming out of the gates against Runaways in our second to last matchup of the night. Going to take the 4-0 on them, which was really nice to see. Kind of a big surprise, at least to me. It was nice to see. And then finally, our last game, our transitional game into the new day, was Twisted versus Blackstone Legion, where we saw Twisted get a 4-0 on Blackstone, pretty much cementing their spot in the playoffs as well. But now we do have both teams ready. Time to go on into our next map. Let's see, so that will be map 3, Oasis. 1-1, both teams. Let's get this going. So we do know that Firefox and Goku are both really good DPS. Goku is also a really good off tank. We've seen it before in his play throughout the season. So I'm kind of wondering where they're going to place him in this comp of theirs, as we know they have technically 3 really good DPSs in there for him right now, with Crit, Goku, and Firefox. So we'll have to wait and see what they pull out. On the side of Arctic, looks like they're going to keep basically the same comp they were running on Hollywood. Just going to move Minimac to the main tank. Not something I've seen him play too often unless you count the hamster. And of course, Dominator hasn't quite picked something yet. I'm kind of wondering what we'll see from him. Looks like he'll be a DPS. Maybe a Reaper for control. Yep, there you go. Got to run that in the Brawl comp. Keep it nice and close and knit. Lots of burst. We'll have to wait and see if they can get an early edge with that. Oof. Throat dry AF. But yeah, speaking of last night's games, if you didn't stay up late to watch Twisted and Blackstone, there were some really good moments throughout that one. Go back and watch it. It was really good. The scoreboard really didn't indicate what happened, so go check that out. Let's see. We are going to see both teams, neither running a Lucio, so look at they're about the same time. Big old brawl going to happen on the point. We are going to see Austin on the hamster, getting eliminated quickly by Dominator. Going to give Arctic an early advantage. Charged by Mini, going to stop Strut. So the break's going down. Ooh. Charged by Goku will get Danny, so the May's gone. And oh, there you go, Metal. Bouncing back from an early pick against him, but Dominator going to get another pick of his own. Thing is eliminated. Eliza getting the res on Danny, so that'll give him at least a DPS to work with here on the side of Arctic. Rip goes Eliza, and Danny just going to be in the ice block as Tom's coming back with his charge. He's trying to help take out the point, and the Brig as well. Ginja currently making it back. Zaw's making it back. Here we go. Respawns are coming in. Nice charge by Goku, but it's going to be eliminated by Dominator. No one has taken the point quite yet. Zaw's trying to help clear it off, but Arctic are kind of turning around this rough fight as their spawns do come in. And it looks like they will be taking the point first here after what was a slightly rough start, losing someone early on. So, nice play by them. They will take the point. They are looking a lot stronger here in these last 2 maps, at least at the beginning of this one. And throughout that last one, they look a bit better off here on these 2 maps. A lot more comfortable with what they're running. So, we'll have to wait and see what they can do. Zaw's nice little pile driver to get some ult charge. Firefox getting the first pick. Eliza gonna res it immediately though. Danny come back alive. Okay, all kinds of ults flying out on both sides as 2 fall for Metal, 2 fall for Arctic. Zaw's gonna get a pick as well with the swing. Danny gonna sit on the point, just kinda keep it contested, but nope, not gonna stop Metal as they'll get their first grab of the point this game. So here we go, Metal kind of bouncing back. They do have 2 ults, almost 3. They almost have Shatter, and Rally doesn't take very long once you start brawling it out. So they could have a possibility of 4, maybe 5 with the Pulse. As we're just kind of seeing Crit take it away at Arctic there. Zod's gonna cut off the Rhine and Mercy from their team, so it'll basically make this a 4v6 on the side of like Metal getting the edge there. That's actually a really smart strategy. I like that. And they're just kind of dividing and conquering. They took out the ones that pushed in separately from the team first, and then they went back and grabbed that Rhine and Mercy. Not a bad strat, and that actually worked out very well in their favor, as now they're going to have 5 ults entering this next fight, comparatively to the one that Melons currently have, and the 2 that they could get really quickly. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of interesting DPS picks here. But, you know, Chris just kind of getting some pot shots. You know, just kind of camping out, get some pot shots as we're kind of... Oh, nice! Pulse gonna get beat by the fade, though, of Genja, so Pulse gonna get none. Rally on the side of Metal. Shatter by Metal! Gonna get 2! Both tanks as well! Oh, and Genja as well was caught in the middle of the charge. Firefox gonna make it 4 picks on the side of Metal. Danny will get at least 1 before he goes down, but that's not gonna be enough as Metal completely wiping Arctic there, and they almost have... Pulse is already halfway back up. They still have Blossom, and they still have Coalescence. They've already hit the point of no return, so this next team fight is the biggest one. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. So here we go. Arctic gonna take the lower part of the map here. They go Coalescence out. An early pick by Dominator. Barrage out. Gonna get 1. We are going to see Dominator get 2 with his Death Blossom. That's gonna kind of... Oof. Lots of ults used there. Arctic using 4. Pretty good play by Arctic there. We are seeing some wonderful fun down in the comments. I had to make at least 1. Very bad, but it's fine. As we are going to see Metal coming back in here. They almost have Pulse. They almost have Mines, which could be used for separation. They do have the Blossom still. They've been holding on to it almost the whole game. Charged by Dominator, gonna leave him alone. Oh, he got booped though by Goku. So we'll see how this fight on the high ground takes place. There you go, Strut and Firefox gonna go pick a piece. Eliza going for the rest. We'll get it. Danny, the Pharah is back up in the skies. Coalescence out on the side of Arctic. Gonna get stunned out of it though. Nice pick there. We're gonna see the fight on the point. Blossom coming out. Gonna just help clear the point a bit as we're gonna see Eliza. Ooh, fly a little too close to the sun. Gonna get eliminated. And the hamster's just swinging around the point like a wrecking ball. Oh! And like a wrecking ball, getting wrecked yourself. But Crit will get the pulse there. As we are seeing Arctic's reinforcements come in. Rally out on the side of Metal. Diva Bomb coming out on Arctic side. Tom using it just to create some separation, get more time. Eliza getting the res on Genja. Blossom out by Arctic once again. Dominator getting another pair. But I don't think that's going to do much here as we are seeing the Coalescence in charge. Both separately on Metal. They do have numbers as Zaz. Multiple hamsters, bumper balls coming out here. Zaz will get 1 on Genja. Maniacs just kind of swinging around on the hamster hoping to keep the point. Zaz will make it 2 with the wrecking ball. And Minimax eliminated, giving Metal the first map of this control point. I love it. So much chaos once again there, as we're going to see a lot of hamsters, a lot of wrecking balls, breaking down a lot of those barriers on the side of who wins and who loses. We'll have to wait and see if we see some more of that. So now we're entering map 2 of Oasis. We're going to see the McCree come out of Crit here. Got to get the high ground for the high noon. That could work very well. We are seeing a slight swap here on the side of Arctic. We will see Eliza pull out the Tracer. Maniac on the Sim. Very interesting strat. We have seen it work in some mysterious ways over the last couple games though. And Maniac will actually be on the Moira. Okay, interesting picks there. Is Metal gonna go towards the high ground? Danny alone there with the Doom Feast. Charged by Dominator just to kind of create some space. Oh, 2 picks early by Metal though. Both Rhines are down as not Rhines, Brig and Rhine. There you go, respectively. Roland gonna get a pick. Strut getting a pick. Metal pushing strong here. Metal looking mighty strong on these control points. It's strong as steel, I guess you could say in a sense, but yeah, Metal reference couldn't really do much with it, you know, but that's fine. Hamster just trying to tombstone a couple people. We'll see how this works as Arctic kind of straggling it a bit. Goku getting the first pick on the Rhine. Crit gonna follow it up, getting one on Danny. So that... Oh, and Zaw's nice little pal driver on the back there, getting at least 3. Nice wrecking ball. Hell of a shatter. Gonna get 4, and that's gonna clear the point once again for Metal. The rally coming out there by Strut, gonna... You know, we can make a lot of bad puns and jokes here, but we're not gonna do it. We're gonna refrain. Yeah, we're gonna refrain. As... Doom Beast E. Alright. As here we go. We are gonna see the mines come out. We're gonna create some space. Lots and lots of space at that. Is it gonna help get 2? Goku getting a charge. Zaw's getting 1. Dominator gonna come up to Strut. Strutting right through the defenses of Arctic there to get Dominator. Danny on the Doomfist just trying to run away. Not gonna get it. Another flail kill by Strut. But Danny will be back up. Nice play by Maniacs there to get it. On the Mercy, I just realized that Zaw's another power driver trying to create some more space. High noon from the high ground, gonna get none. But that's not gonna matter as Firefox with the Blossom and the combination of 2 picks before it, gonna get a total of 3. Goku a nice charge to get a 4th. Tom accidentally killed himself there with the Zarya bomb. As Metal getting a nice 2-map shutout here on Control. Taking both maps. First was definitely closer than the second. That's Firefox. I'm assuming right there at the end of the game. Yep, with the nice triple. Rip Tom. Nice shatter as well. Oh, never mind. This was a completely different play than I thought. I will say that lineup for Metal looked really, really strong there on the Control. That's very good. Is Metal going to take back the lead 2-1 their part here? Oh yeah, that is right. We are in Saturday of the league. We do have hold on, I'm trying to think. We do have, I believe, one more game this week. I'm gonna go check that to make sure. Yeah, Sunday night, 7 p.m. CST. Last game of the week is going to be Blackwatch Renegades versus 7Watch. Gonna be an interesting matchup tomorrow night. Hopefully y'all will come and join us for that. Now we're just gonna wait on some subs, and I will say Goku looking mighty, mighty strong there on the Reinhardt throughout that map. Looking really good. Lots of great charges, and the fat shatters were on point. I gotta type stuff. So people in the comments, how are y'all feeling about this game? Alright, Arctic, or Metal's ready. And I will say this Metal Maniacs team coming out and surprising me here. They are doing very well with some of the losses they've had in recent weeks. But at the same time, we have proven they can be a bit stubborn with comps. So if you can counter those comps and they don't swap off, they're going to have a big issue. We proved it on map number 1 with the Temple of Anubis. It eventually worked out, but they had 5-6 minutes on the clock, and it took them to 2 minutes just pushing in consistently with goats. That was kind of a weird thing to keep pushing that in there, but it did eventually work. We're gonna see King come in for Eliza, and I think we're gonna also see. We're gonna wait. I think we might be seeing some random conversation in the thing. I do think, yeah, Metal is doing very good. So far without Crew. I mean, yeah, he was a big part of their game plan, but they are finding ways to fill in those spots. And to me, at least to me, it looks like they are doing a good job at when they do take over fights, they are taking them over very, very quickly as they'll get one pick right out of the gate, then right after two, three, four, five. They don't let fights last very long once they get that first pick. And that's what's keeping them very, very competitive in this matchup, as we know Arctic is more of a team, at least in the past, they've been known for their ability to stall. They've really been known to stall out teams, to keep fights going for long periods of time and just draining you of your healing resources, then taking you out from there. And against this metal team that's just aggressing onto them, they're not having much luck with that from what I can tell. So let's see, we're just going to get quick confirmation from both teams. Doot, doot. There we go. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Seven Sins, eh? I don't think they played Blackwatch, have they? I don't know. I just know for my personal team, we have yet to play Runaway, Blackwatch, and Metal. So it's kind of a nice little peek of what we can expect there from them. On our end, we got to play Arctic early in the season, week 1. That was a heck of a matchup. We did go down 2-3, but both of these teams, at least from what I've seen, they are really good. There we go, something on my. So we're just waiting on confirmation from Mr. Danny Vasca, and that should be good. So let's see, Sunset played, because I'm looking at the comments. So they played Runaways, Clear Sights, Dabbing. They played the Fallout, Blackstone, Black Watch, and Seven Watch. So I believe that leaves Metal, Solstice, and the Melons. So yeah, I think that's what we got there. Alright, both teams are ready to go. Let's enter map 4, Dorado. 2-1 in favor of Metal. Can Arctic turn around and take us to map 5, which is Lijiang? Have to wait and see. I like all the comments in the chat, though. They're kind of keeping us busy. I like it. And oh yeah, Clear Sights and Blackwatch Renegades. I don't think that one's happened, so I'm kind of ready to see that one. That'd be a really interesting matchup. Two playoff caliber teams facing off late in the season. It could shift a lot in the standings depending on where Clear Sights go after this week. I mean, we do have 3 weeks left in the season. Next week is the last of the stage, I believe, before we get to stage 4 and the end of the season into playoffs. The playoff spots are on the line, at least late. The 6 and the 5 spot, I almost think, or close. Like, those two can be fought for. I think our top 4 are almost secure. But the 5 and 6 spot are kind of iffy at this point. From what I remember, I'll have to look at the standings. Look at the standings. Okay, no, I think it's mostly just their 6th spot there, as that's what's really gonna have to shift things. But Middle Maniacs Losing one as the spawn gates have opened. That's gonna put them behind a little bit. So we'll have to wait and see what they can do with 5 people. Hopefully their 6 can join back. So here we go, first push on the side of Arctic. We'll have to wait and see what they can do here. They do have an edge from the get-go. Yes, sir. Hold on, my bad. As we are going to see Arctic get a quick 2 picks. There's Crit coming back very quickly after the first push. Let's see if they can recover once they have their full team here. Now they are running goats on the defense. Kind of an interesting strategy, to be honest. Especially when you know King Ocean is known for that Ana play in the ante, which can really counter goats. And on the defensive, when the offense is pushing into you, I can kind of see it, but on a map like Dorado, where, at least for most teams, you're fighting for the high ground on the first point, that's not going to do you much. And it's kind of, the point is kind of getting proven here as Metal still stumbling back a little bit. Saw's out of the mech, just kind of running for his life. Run as we are seeing Arctic. Nice little push of the payload. Danny on the Sombra, close to EMP. They do have Shatter and Bomb. Lots of combinations can be made out of that. Oh, Tom early pick on Crit. Rip the Hanzo. They are swapping off goats. They have 2 of everything. Let's see what this do. Bomb gonna at least get rid of that Brig shield. Just for a little bit. Ooh, Shatter. Gonna get at least 2. And we are seeing the Coalescence as well. We are finally starting to see something come out of Metal here on this defensive. As Ocean's gonna go down. Zaz is gonna get Tom out of mech. But at the same time, Diva Bomb out by Zaz will get Danny. Or at least Zaz will get Danny. As that will force Arctic to reset. But they do have 4 ults. They should be able to get rallied very quickly as well. The Reaper Hanzo can work very well on the comp they're playing against, just because of the fact you can burst down that Rhine shield really quickly. And of course take out the tanks quickly with the Reaper. And they are kind of playing away from the... Oh, nice Shatter! The EMP was cut off there by the well-timed Brig stun by Genja. I didn't even know you could stun out of... I didn't even know you could stun people out of EMP. I didn't even know you could do that. That's pretty cool. As Arctic will take advantage even with losing the EMP. It looks like Arctic will be able to push through into our final point. They're going to have lots and lots of time. Oh, nice pin by Dominator as well. Going to eat the dragons, though. Going to get booped out of the way of them, though, by Goku. I don't know. I thought you wanted to hurt the enemy, not save him. And it looks like it will cost him. Dominator may go down, but Metal's going to lose 3. Almost 4 if they can get Zaz. Yep, there he goes. That's 4 in the payload. We'll get pushed through. 4 minutes, 30 seconds, entering the last bend of Dorado. That will definitely give a lot of time as payload's not moving. Just gotta go straight in for the brawl. And yeah, I will say we are seeing a lot of interesting things here, and I think Arctic has figured out the recipe to Metal's success. They rely a lot on the main heals. I mean, yeah, that's most teams, but specifically this one, as they play on a lot of tight-knit comps where teams need to stick together. They do have 1 or 2 characters that can flank outside of that, but they do play really tight-knit comps. A lot of Brig and Moira. Now, we know Brig doesn't have a lot of healing output, so if you can take out Moira like they've been doing. Ooh, nice charge by Goku, but automatic. 2 more are taken out by Arctic. Struck gonna fight back, though, evening the odds and rallying. Shattered by Goku, gonna get 2. Genja gonna get the nano, which will keep him alive. Pulse gonna come out as well on the side of Arctic. That'll get at least 1. Diva Bomb coming out. We'll get none on the side of Metal, but it will get tossed back into mech so he can kinda stall. And there goes rolling again, going for the Coalescence. There goes It's a Crit off the Pharah. Danny gonna get the nice pick on Strut, and we are gonna see Goku coming out, getting shattered and charged into the nearest wall, taking him out. EMP by Arctic along with the rally. That's just gonna make him an unstoppable wall. And the Diva Bomb. You know, anybody coming out to that, no, you're getting shut down. And we are seeing a lot of comments in our feed, and I guess I kind of will address some. The Moira play, yeah, we are seeing a little interesting Moira there, just from the fact of you're using the burst early or late in fights. If you're a Moira, at least from my perspective, and of course we can get the comments to kind of help out with this, you gotta mostly use your orbs for healing, right? When you need a burst or when you're low on healing. Because even if you're out of healing, you could use that orb, pop it out, and then use your damage to get your health back, your healing back. It's kind of the big thing you gotta do. And Coalescence really, well, yes, it can be a great push-in tool. Like if you're attacking, you can use it to push in and do a lot of damage. At the same time, sometimes it's better to save it when a bunch of teammates are low, and it also combined with the orb are wonderful, as it gives a lot of healing in a short amount of time. It's a huge burst. It can definitely help save your team. And Moira, you can play a bit more aggressively than you would other supports. Like, you can play them almost to the level of a Brig at some points, getting really aggressive, doing the damage when you're up at the front line when you need to. But Moira does have the capabilities to be sort of a frontline healer. You don't have to play her in the back. You can get up, right up your tanks, right up there with your tanks, and keep them healed. That's kind of Moira's main shtick as a main healer, you know? She has that burst to keep tanks up. That's her thing. And I mean, you are getting a lot of area healing here with the Moira Brig, but with how early we're seeing the Moira picked, it's just not helping out this comp. And now we're going to see a kind of a weird comp here, a hybrid dive comp thing here with Genji, Hanzo, Winston, Diva. So you have like 3 dive and then 3 more. We have Brawl and Brig, and we have range in the Hanzo. And actually M3 I was for Season 9, and I loved her since she came out. She's like my most played healer. Besides Brig, I think. Maybe they're tied. But we are seeing a nice little brawl here under the bridge. As we are going to see basically a wipe here on the side of Arctic. Going to be defending very well. We'll have to see what Metal can do as they pull out. Nani? We're going to see Metal try to regroup here. I do think you need to get more of a... If you're going to be running the Brig, you got to get more of a tight net brawl comp in there. You got to get your Ryan and your Zara, give that Brig some space to push up. As the Fat Shatter coming out, we'll get 3 Pulse Bomb coming out. Not going to get anything with that, but we are going to see Metal fight for it. As everybody in this tiny little room, Dominator getting the nice pick. Goku going to be going down to the giant axe hammer thingy as well. I don't even know what you call that in that skin. It's weird. But once again, we're not seeing... I don't think they're running the right supports with this comp. You're running a very dive-esque tanks. And to keep those tanks alive, you need some more ranged healing, which... Moira, I could understand keeping up with that. And I do think... I don't prefer the Brig on this one. I think if you're going to run the Moira, you maybe run the Zen with these dive tanks, just to kind of keep your flanking DPS alive, as we are going to see. Oh my lordy. Fat Shatter again by Dominator. Going to get at least one cleaned up, but he will fall to Firefox. As we are going to see them fall. We are seeing Rolling staying alive here on the Moira. And there you go, getting a couple picks as well. with Firefox and Roland going for it. There you go. Now it's just Firefox and Tom. There you go. The reinforcements, though, for Arctic starting to come back out. Ginja, Dominator, all of them coming out as we are going to see the Diva Bomb on the point. We'll get Tom as he just slipped out of mech. He's pulling out his bomb as well. Going to only get the Winston shield. Ripperoni, but we'll kind of see it here as we are seeing crit on the Junkrat. Lots more burst. There you go. Trying to tighten it up a little bit. I mean, that kind of leaves you in about the same spot. Pulse on the Goku as they are hacked. Okay, it took me a second. As there goes Rolling once again. Crit's quick to follow. Goku down as well. He's also the last remaining survivor. And there you go. Arctic getting another nice little pick. Gonna clear it out. We might be seeing a map 5 here, and I did see it in the comments earlier. Sorry, I kind of rushed over it, but Mercy, Moira, yeah, I can see that working, but not with the tanks you have. There you go. In a comp like this, it could work very well. But you have a lot of DPS that need the heals in the back now, and then you could have run the Moira to help get the tanks. Or you can run the Moira Brig here, in a sense. I mean, yeah, that's going to slow you down, but it does give you a lot of big power, as Danny EMP going to get a good bit. Oh, the high noon booped out of the way by the Rhine. Nice shatter by Dominator, again getting 2. Oh, that was beautiful. Dominator, nice pick. Ginja, nice pick. Oh, and the last hope for Metal, which was Goku. Knocked away from the point. That will make it to map 5. We are going to Lijiang Tower, ladies and gentlemen. Nice defense by Arctic. Not even getting out of the first gate. Ginja, I expected to see this at some point in the match. Going to get play on the Brig. So, I mean, entering this last map, we've seen a lot of interesting comments in the stream chat here, ladies and gents. We do have a call for a reverse sweep. We had it earlier. Ooh, excuse me. They're still thinking Arctic could take home this map. It's 2-2 now. Both sides even entering our control point. And from the first one we saw here in this game, Oasis, Middle dominated that one pretty well, especially on the second point. However, Lijiang is a bit different. It's a lot more closed in on these points. Yes, and Control Center, there is some high ground that you can go get up. But on the other two, it's just really tight-knit brawls. And looking at these two teams comparatively, as we've kind of seen them so far, that's a battle I'm uncertain who will win, as both teams have proven they can brawl with each other very effectively. So we're going to have to kind of wait and see which brawl team comes out on top here, but second day in a row, we are going to see Lijiang come out. I believe this is actually the first, I'm going to go check that. I think this may be the first map 5 we've seen for Metal, maybe the second. Yeah, this is the second one we've seen of them all season. And Arctic, they've been in a couple. I know they were in one with us. I don't know if they had another one at some point. I mean, these teams, they've been in this situation before. You know how important this map 5 is, especially with some of the standings that we have right now. Arctic is the 5th place team, right above ourselves, the Fallout, which we lost this week. So even if they do lose, they still have an edge on us technically. But I mean, losing that map next could cost you next week. Metal, of course, at the top of the standings. They have a nice little cushion. They have a 2-game cushion, I guess you could say, to drop from first. They still have that edge. They haven't lost a game this season. Yet, I don't know if you're the captain of that team or not. If you want to be like, yeah, we want to be undefeated the whole season. It's possible. I mean, they made it through. After this, it'll be 3/4 of the season undefeated. And we have a nice pun in the okay, the pun threw me off there, but this match has some significant importance, especially with some of the matchups coming up for these teams, and for most teams in this league entering the last couple weeks. We gotta wait and see. Metal, no matter what, unless they lose their next 3 or 4 games, After this one, that'll be 4. They are more than likely going to have a playoff run here, as it just kind of depends on where the teams go. Because I think Metal and Blackwatch, along with Clear Sights and Twisted, basically those teams that are 5-2, unless they go on a bad losing streak in the end of the season, they basically secured their playoff spot. As, of course, we know the 6th place team is Fallout with 4 wins, and of course that 6th seed is really up for grabs, as we have we have 2 other teams that are 3 and, well, they're going to change, but they had 3 wins in a run. Fallout had 4, Arctic had 5. So if they can win this one, that'll give them a nice little cushion. That'll boost them up there with Clear Sights and Twisted being 6-2, which is really good. That'll kind of help cement their spot. Whereas the worst they could do is 6-5. And looking at some of the other teams, best they could do. Us, for example, we're 4-4 after this week. We have 3 maps left, or 3 games left. Best we could do is 7-4. I mean, unless I'm doing the math wrong there, 5 and that's 8. Never mind, they could get an 8. I'm bad at math. They could win 8, which would give them a nice little cushion going into the playoffs. All I'm going to say is we're going to have some really nice playoff matchups if we do it like Overwatch League style. Which, people are going to have to remind me how that worked, as I'm bad at remembering things. Wait, no, we're just kind of chilling right now, waiting on a couple things. Alright, both teams are good. We'll be entering map 5, which will be Lijiang. 2-2, it's tied. Which team will take home this week 8 matchup? Will Metal actually fall and lose their first game of the season? Or will Arctic take another loss and end up having 3? We'll have to wait and see. But, oh, okay. You know, I'm an idiot, but I believe, going off Overwatch League style, because I'm stupid, I believe it's the 3 and the 4, or the 3 and the 6, and the 4 and the 4 and the 5. They'll start off. So whoever's in that 6th spot, at least at this point, right? Because I'm not the brightest at remembering who's in what. I believe that's Clear Sights to the... Yeah, that's Clear Sights. So as of right now, your playoff matchups, if we were just to cut it here, would be Clear Sights in the Fallout, and then Twisted and Arctic in your first round. The lowest remaining would play Metal, which is playing in this one, and the highest would be playing Blackwatch. Very interesting playoff picture, but here we go. Let's see how Melons can react here on the control. They did lose the first one 2-0. He's also just kind of chilling at his hamster ball in front of the point. We are seeing the Reaper on the side of Firefox. Got to flank around. Danny on the Sombra. Dominator on the Winston, just kind of pushing ahead. Tom getting the first pick of the matchup, though, getting Goku. Firefox, nice pick on Dominator. Going to take out the main tank on the side of Arctic. Crit going to take advantage, taking out Ramen Man. And here you go. We are going to see Metal starting to push in. Firefox going to remove Tom from mech. Zaz going to help with that. We are going to see the res on Strut, which will give Metal the Brig to really help brawl this out. And they will take first point. As there you go. We will see Metal starting off the control just like they entered the last. They will take control of this point first, giving them the early edge. So if you're Arctic, what do you got to swap up here? They are swapping off the Winston to bring out the Rhine. Going to keep that a shield v shield battle. Not the worst idea in the world. And there's the hack. Hack on the Goku, which will knock out their shit. As we are going to see Arctic pushing. Zostin getting the nice pick on King with the hamster ball. Strike. Oh, nice charge by Dominator. We'll take Goku off the map, so that will kind of even things up to us. Firefox is saying, nah, fam. Gonna come in. High Noon gonna get Ginja, which will take on both supports on Metal. Or Arctic, my bad. Diva Bomb out on Arctic. We'll get none. Rez on the Strut, so Metal still has both their supports. That's the big difference here. Strut does go down early again, but lasted just long enough. Along with the rolling with the Valk. Metal's keeping their supports alive. That's the big thing here. Literally, first pick in that last fight was on King Ocean, which took out your main support from the get-go. You already have less healing. And of course, with the Reaper running amok, being able to do a bunch of damage, that ain't going to help you out. But we do have Danny, of course, with his EMP getting into the back lines. Wherever he went to, wherever he did it off to. There he goes. EMP going to get 4. Sound Barrier, Shatter. All kinds of ults coming out here. The Charge and the Nano. All of Arctic's ults coming out. They will get a triple. Dominator getting a triple. Rama going to help finish off one, but Metal, even with all that, oof, going to stall for a slight bit longer. They're at the point of no return here. If Metal wins this next team fight, that will give them the win on this map. So we'll have to wait and see what they can do as Metal will push back in. Zosh is barreling on through, going to knock back the main tank and just going to get behind. It slept though. Kind of just getting an overview as here we go. Going to see Metal coming up on the bridge. Oh, nice early pick onto Ginja. That'll take out the off support. Shatter blocked by the shield. Rally coming out. Danny gets a pick on Zaz. Rama getting Goku, but Goku res. And now Firefox and Strut getting back to work. Getting a pick apiece, which will give Metal the edge here. They do have the Brig. Oh, and there goes Robin. The Brig combo is still strong as can be on flankers. Especially that Tracer, as that will end this matchup right there. Map 1 will be going to our friends over at Metal Maniacs. Even with the Brig jumping up there. Gonna solo cap it looks like. Never mind, we're gonna see the whole Metal team coming back. EMP by Danny, gonna get eliminated quickly. High Noon by Crit, that wasn't in the middle of any of that. Firefox with the ult as well. But that's not gonna be enough for Arctic Melons to push back in. No, they will lose this control point map once again. Gonna be interesting here, as this could be it. We are seeing Metal in a good position to keep their undefeated record going into week 9. We'll have to wait and see what they can do here on control point. There is a bit of high ground, of course, both teams can utilize. And of course, Zenyatta is ultimate flanker. Don't change my mind. No footsteps. I like that, yeah. You know. But looks like we're going to see a bit of a shift here for Metal. We are going to see Crit on the Junkrat. Going to keep everything else the same. On the side of Arctic, they're going to bring out their own Reaper along with a Mei. Besides that, keeping everything. Never mind, Ocean going to be on the Moira as well. Going to give some more healing and burst for those tanks at the front line in the Brig. But here we go. Oh! Goku, almost a nice early pick on the King. Not going to get it. Going to get frozen and deleted. Zaw's nice little or power driver, my bad. As Ginja. Oh, there you go. Crit gonna get a pick as well on the side of Metal. But Arctic. Do good as. Oh! Rolling will get strut up! Gonna make there be a Brig 1v1 between Ginja and them. Oh, the wall getting Strut trapped there. Rip. There goes Strut. So Arctic will be backing up Metal as they will take their first grab of the point. So they will take this point first. That gives them the good edge that they need here, as they are very good at defending. Icewall gonna block off the Ryan and the Reaper. Shatter gonna get another Tire coming out, and the Mines. Tire gonna get 2. Gonna get Ryan and Brig. That's a big play you can go for there, but Raman taking out his opposing Reaper. Rolling getting the res on it as well. And Crit gonna make it 3 in this engagement. Gonna get Ocean. Make it 4, getting Danny as well. Ramen's on the point. The two tanks are starting to come back. Firefox is going to flank around and start beating up on the Ryan. Going to get two of his own. And the charge by Goku will give the Zarya some more charge, but also take out the personal. Make it 4 as well for him, but the shatter! Goku going to get 2 with it, as the other just pushing towards spawn. Push this spawn. Okay. The DPS popping off there, a combined 8 kills between them in that drawn out brawl. Heading all the way back to spawn. So here you go, Tom will charge on in here. He's also coming in from behind, pushing him forward. The grab gonna get 4. We do have rally out on the side of Arctic as well, but no one's gonna die in the middle of the, oh, never mind. All the damage comes in at once there on the side of Arctic. Gonna take out 4, including 2 on Ramen's beautiful Death Blossom. I'm gonna make it 3 on the Aftermath. So definitely interesting to see how that come out as Arctic does take back the point. But however, we do have Blossom and Tyre out on the side of I forgot the name, Metal Maniacs for a second. As now we're gonna kind of have to see what Metal can do to get the point back. There you go, Tyre coming out once again. Last time I got 2. Sticking his way on back, they're gonna get the May, so that gives you a nice little edge. You don't have to worry about the freeze. Shatter gonna get 1, which is Goku. Blossom coming out by Firefox, gonna claim 1. Strut gonna get 1 as well with the flail. No res by Rogue, which will give Metal Maniacs the advantage they needed. They have their numbers back. All that's left is King Ocean. However, Arctic has hit the point of no return themselves. If they can win this next team fight, they claim the map and send us to a 3rd map here on Lijiang. We'll see what they can do. But Tyre already halfway back up. Minefield's already ready. Valkyrie, Rally, and Shatter are also close to being online on the side of Metal. Arctic, they do have the Blizzard, which is a good game changer, but they also are close to grabbing stuff as well. Minefield coming out, splitting off Arctic. Very good strategy. Rally by Strut. Crit, gotta get 1. Nice Shatter. They're backing up the opponent's Arctic. They're just forcing them back, keeping percentage. Danny using the Ice Block. Oh, Dominator gonna get a pick on Strut, but that's not gonna matter as Zaz will help finish off Danny. That will get rid of that Blizzard for a little bit and will give you more than enough time to get the Tyre. I mean, they're gonna have close to 3 ults. They could be able to get 4. We're gonna see Grab coming out on the side of Arctic. We're gonna see the Brig and Ryan go down again. Another big Tyre. That's gonna definitely shift this fight in the favor of Metal. And of course, they should be able to get their Reaper ult here in the middle of this. Here we go. Zod's gonna get another pick. Rolling with the res on Strut. There you go. Gonna bring back in the Brig. Blossom coming out, getting another 2. Oh, there you go. Tom's coming back in, getting charged away. Again, just the last hope. He's gonna get flailed away. That's it. Metal will stay undefeated, ladies and gentlemen. They will go 8-0 here on the final map. Map 5, 3-2 favor of Metal Maniacs. And even in defeat, Dominator coming out with his 2nd play of the game of the night. Looking good there, Ryan boy. That was just, my lord, that was a beautiful last push. There's no words to describe that. That was beautiful. That was just a great game all around here for Metal Maniacs and Arctic. Both teams deserve props for their gameplay there. Oh my lordy. That's a lot closer than I thought it would be. And looking at the standings, that will put Arctic now at 5-3 on the season. Metal Maniacs, of course, will stay undefeated another week. Who they play next week, we do not know. So I'm kind of excited to see what they can do. But MVP for the match. I mean, there was a lot of good choices to go on here in this one, but I believe, my opinion, we're gonna go with Mr. Dominator on the side of Arctic and Melons, and I think on Metal we're gonna go with Firefox coming in. The few maps he did play, I don't believe he played them all. He played like two or three. Big DPS plays all around. I mean, both DPS really on the side of Metal put in some good work today, to be honest. I mean, I don't know what to say. I think we're gonna go Dominator and Firefox here for MVP. But that's going to be it for this one. If you're looking for the next game, it'll be tomorrow night, 7 p.m. CST, same channel. Blackwatch Renegades taking on 7 Watch in our final game of Week 8. Please come in and check that out. But that'll be it for me here in the booth. I hope to catch y'all next time.